How to know that a man is going to marry you. Now listen to me. Your conversations with anybody you are dating is very, very important. So pay attention. My name is Okoro Blessingceo, and I'm popularly known as Blessingceo, your number one relationship therapist in Africa. Now, a lot of people get to ask me, Blessing, how do I know that this guy is going to take me seriously? How do I know that this guy is adding me to his future? How do I know that he's going to marry me? The first rule to knowing that somebody is going to take you seriously or going to take it to the next level is your conversation. What are you guys talking about? Is it every time you go and meet the guy, sex? Every time you get to his house, you're shifting your pant and removing your bra. What are you people talking about? It is your communication, what you talk about, that will enable you understand where this guy is seeing you. When you talk, you get to know people. So I'm going to teach you what you should talk about in your relationship that will better. Number one thing you should discuss when you're in a relationship are your dreams. Where are you going to? You must understand that marriage is a journey. Exactly. So if you want a man to take you seriously, you must make him understand that you are on a journey. It is called vision. It is called mission. When you begin to discuss your dreams with anybody you're in a relationship, it enables you know if the person wants to go the same direction with you. It enables you know if the person is going to support you, because it is your dreams that will carry you all through the relationship. Very important. Because many of you get into a relationship and the only thing you're doing is knack, sex, fuck. Every time you go to your boyfriend's place, you have removed bra, you have shifted pants, you have given head, you have given blowjob, you have sucked this thing, he has licked you, licky, suck. That's what you guys do in the relationship. You guys do not have conversations that is going to yield to the future. Discussing where you're going to, which is your mission. Number two is what you want. Many of you get into a relationship and you do not tell people what you want, forgetting that you're a different person. You are meeting a stranger. It is what you tell people about you that you know. Most of you do not teach people how to treat you, and that's why they keep treating you wrong. Many of you get into a relationship and you just allow people to treat you anyhow. No. When you are in a relationship simply means you are getting to know each other. We are getting to teach each other, to know if we can understand each other. So when you are in a relationship, you need to start to teach people what you want, how you want it, and how you want to be treated. That's the point. Most of you get into a relationship and you are so relaxed having sex. And at the end of the day, you are trapped in the relationship and you start to live another person's life. And that's why it's as if relationship and marriages of these days is very, very difficult. Because most of you get into this relationship and you don't even talk about the right things. Everything is knack. Your do's and your don't. It's called boundaries. When you get into a relationship, you need to set what is called boundaries, because it is boundaries that create your personality, your discipline, those things you don't want to do. Exactly. Most of you get into a relationship and you forget to tell people, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing this. Now, when you are able to set boundaries for yourself, as time goes on, you can adjust. Now, when you begin to adjust for people, that's when you begin to know that you actually love them. Most of you don't have boundaries. You just get into a relationship and do anything you like. And when you get into a relationship and do anything you like, it simply means that you're a confused person. Because you cannot keep changing your personality for everybody you meet. So as you get into a relationship, you need to tell people your do's and your don'ts. It is those do's and don'ts that creates respect. Exactly. So tell them. Discuss it. Some of you have actually lost respect from people you are dating because you don't have boundaries. And from the beginning of the relationship, you went with anything to make you happy. No, you don't do anything to make people happy. When people come into your life, they're going to respect what is called boundaries, because you were living your life before you met them. So when they come into your life, they will respect those things you like and those things you don't like. And if they want you to come around, they will help you adjust, not by force. Remember that. Then number four, your belief and your drive. What do you believe in? Religion, your way of life, your upbringing. You need to talk about that. You know what actually used to scatter relationship and marriage is disagreement. And the disagreement used to come because when you guys are dating in a relationship, you don't talk about these things. So when you get into marriage, it becomes a very huge problem. What are your beliefs? What are your drives? What is that thing you have a conk belief on? Talk about. The reason why a lot of people pretend in relationship is because most of you do not talk. Most of you do not discuss about the important things in your lives. So when you now get deep involved in this relationship, you begin to lie. When you have conversations with people, there will be no reason to lie. Most of you are not yourself because most of you don't have conversations with people. You need to learn to talk in a relationship. You need to learn to talk about the most important thing. And like I said, if you want to know if a man is going to marry you or if he wants to take you to the next level, what you guys talk about is the most important thing. Yes, because it is what you talk about that bets your future. He begins to put you in his future. He begins to know that, this person have that. He begins to paint pictures in his head. But if it's not about sex, my darling, you're just going to end up a bloody girlfriend or a sex toy. And last but not the least, talk about your weaknesses and your strength. What are those things you have weaknesses for? We all have weaknesses and we all have strengths. It is very important to actually see weaknesses as a bad thing, but that's a lie. Everybody have their weaknesses. And when you know that you want to get into the next level with the next person, the person needs to know your weakness. Very, very important. It is those weaknesses that makes you human. It is those weaknesses that makes you who you are. And it is those weaknesses that are supposed to make people love you. Because it is people you love that are going to see a part of you that everybody do not see. So you need to be able to be vulnerable around these people. Sometimes I always ask myself, how come people want to marry people you're not vulnerable around? People you cannot leave yourself, people you cannot sleep and spread your leg and snore and do those things, because without people knowing your weaknesses, they cannot correct you. Many of you can never be corrected because you don't want to show people your weaknesses. It's only when you show your weaknesses, that is when you can be corrected, and that's when people can help you. That's the honest truth. So the most important thing is show people your weaknesses and your strength. Let them know if it's something that they are able to deal with. These are the things you need to talk about when you are in a relationship. Very, very important, because some of you are in relationship that you don't talk. Spring up this kind of conversation and see if the guy is willing to go along this journey with you. I thought I should do this video to tell that beautiful woman out there that the reason why a lot of men do not take you seriously is because of what you guys discuss. And sometimes you don't even have anything to talk about, so you end up in his bed morning, afternoon, night. You guys are having sex. Marriage is a very long journey. And trust me, it's going to be a very boring one if you are not a futuristic woman. So it's time to change the conversations you're having in your relationship and begin to have productive conversations, futuristic conversations that is going to be very beneficial to you at the long run. I love you guys, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the link on my bio.